Shalom. Kahalal Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Akakodash. Say Shalom to the Akyam and the Akwat that are there that's pushing the word in truth and sincerity in the four corners of this world. Also want to say Shalom and double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who continue to rule through the truth, through the spirit, and guide us and had the truth since day one. It's the Assad with a short message there. I was watching a little game show there, and one of the questions, I'm going to bring it up here. On the game show, the guy got it wrong, by the way. According to ancient legend, which of these holiday traditions originally started to honor Artemis, the Greek goddess of the moon? Birthday candles. So you put in birthday candles on your cake, right? Not knowing where they're coming from. And that is actually you're worshiping a Greek goddess there, the goddess of the moon, Artemis. And then you, even by yourself, being proud and celebrating that day. It's like putting up yourself, as a king or queen for the day, being worshipped on that day, and people, giving you gifts and those kind of things. And the whole day is about you and you and you. And it's crazy. So you're actually making yourself a god for a day, right? And not to mention, birthday is not biblical at all, right? You don't see the Messiah disciples or anything celebrating birthday at all. In fact, you want to say that he actually had a birthday, and his birthday was actually December 25th. His birthday was never mentioned in the Bible because it was not important, right? Actually, he come in to sacrifice himself, and his death is more important than anything else, because that sacrifice was the new covenant to save all of us. And then you celebrate his birthday. All in all, the way how he's even brought in the world wasn't by no Virgin Mary either, which is another breakdown, So this is Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Right? I'm going to touch on Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, and for the heathen are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain. Right? Following the people, what the people doing is not biblical, not part of his feasts, So it's definitely going off by doing these things. In fact, this continues to go into something else that you even show also, where you said Yahweh Shai, or who you ignorantly called Jesus, was born on December 25th. If you were to try and trace down close to where his birthday, when he was born, it was around the time of the Passover, right? I mean, what the shepherds was doing outside at December was cool and ice. What the sheep was eating, grass or ice cream, or snow cone, snowball, just eating ice. Come on, man. Right, so I don't want to go into this, but I'll just touch a little bit on it. Right, continuing verse 3 for the Jeremiah 10:3. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. What that remind you of? They deck this tree with silver and gold. You know the tradition of America, they go out and they find this nice tree and they cut it and they bring it and they decorate it. All this is the customs of the people, and that custom was vain. That actually, like, you go back and research, that's actually Nimrod. And when you bow down to that tree to put gifts, it's like you bowing down to Nimrod, right? So you have to research these things. I know we're all born and grew up in it, but sometimes you have to ask yourself, where this started, where this came from, and then trace it back and see that most of it is probably to do some Babylon, Egyptian, Greek, Roman philosophy or celebration or feast, which was not mentioned in the Bible for us to do. Right? Just going to touch on a couple more scriptures here quickly. This is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. So a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death is better than the day of one's birth. Right? Verse 2, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Right? So, I'm telling you here from verse 1, basically, it's better to go to the house of death or the house of mourning than to go to the one's birthday, the feast, the celebrating of that. Right? Why is it better to go to one's death? Because when you coming into here as a birth, you coming in and you all don't know, but for those who know, you're coming here is hell. Under the sun here, which is the earth, is hell. When you die, when you die, it's to go. Man's spirit goes up and beast spirit goes down. Right? So when you're not here, you actually go up to the Most High. Actually, let me get another scripture here. Right, Ecclesiastes 3. No, I never have this. Don't think Ecclesiastes had it. In Corinthians. Right, 1 Corinthians 5 and 3. Verily, as absent in body but present in spirit, have judged already, as though I were present concerning him that had so done this deed. 2 Corinthians 5 and 6. Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. Right? And the last scripture here, 2 Corinthians 5 and 8, we are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. That is one of the reasons why it's actually better to go to the house of death. Nothing could be better than going to meet your Maker, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the one who created everything. It's better to go, in the spirit to him than just to put you up as a God, because you're going to commit yourself to destruction. Alright, so that is the little thing I want to touch on quick on birthdays. I know a lot of other brothers will touch on birthdays. I just want to add my little 2 cents on it. And the last thing I'm going to read out here is I just type up how birthday candles started, just to follow up on that game show question. Some believe that the tradition of birthday candles began in ancient Greece, and when people brought cakes adorned with lit candles to the temple of Artemis, goddess of the hunt, the candles were lit to make them glow like the moon, a popular symbol associated with Artemis. And you could continue doing research and think, I'm sure something will probably lead back to Roman or some Egypt or some Babylon, something. Alright, so with that, I want to end it and say shalom until the next time.